Hi, this is Nikki and I'm here to share the messages that I get from Spirit and from all of our higher selves that are all on this journey to unconditional love. And so what I wanted to share is I've just done some healings this morning and I just wanted to share what I've seen because, again, are really beautiful analogies of what's going on. So firstly, one, very emotional, lots of water involved in the healings today. So one, they were windsurfing together and they were on the same board and she was trying to put up the sail, but there was lots of water on the sail. And I felt his arms go around her and he said to her, "Baby, let me help you. I'm always here to help you." And then he, with his strength, they both pulled up the sail together. But the water was symbolic of energies and emotions that she still needed to let go of. And I saw bricks going into the sea. And then when they got the sail up, then they went off on the water and they did a 360 like spin up in the water. So again, the 360 is very much keeping on from the message this morning. It's about spiraling, and the spiral is indicative of, you know, basically going up and up in your ascension, but also that we're coming full circle. You know, we really are coming full circle back round again. The next one was they were on a boat again. They were wearing diving equipment and they were putting each other's masks on. They dived into the water together and there was a golden thread that they were holding to pull them down into the water. And they were going further and down, and they saw gold coins glinting at the bottom. When they got down to the bottom, they took off each other's masks and realised that they could still breathe under the water. And then I also saw the ark, and there were animals going in 2 by 2 into the ark. And so then I was guided to search for the song, and the song again had lots of messages in the song. So lovely, about following the golden thread, and it takes you into the darkness. So it's not, but the treasure was glinting right at the bottom. So that's about trust, trust, trust. Trust that the heart will take you there. The next one, really clever analogy. 3 green cups on a wooden table. You know, like how you used to have kids playing and they used to put a dice under it, like a magician, put a dice under each cup. Well, whichever cup you chose, the dice was underneath there, and it was 6. On all of the dices, it was 6. So basically, whichever way you go, indicative of saying whichever way you go, whatever you do, you will always become the winner. When they panned out, I could see there was a gold thread that ran from the cups to their hearts, and they were kind of merged together as one person, her and her twin. But there was a gold thread running from the heart, a gold thread running from the head. When they focused on the head, what happened was the thread went all squiffy. And so the cups sort of like, the dice and the cups all became different numbers. So it was when they focused on the heart again and the cups turned over, it was all 6s. So, and then I saw gold and I saw like the winning ticket. So again, very symbolic about following your golden thread, your golden energy to your light. Following that, and then it will lead you back to each other. The next one, I've never had this before. So there were 2 ducks. They came up to me and I actually felt the sensation of them nibbling my toe. And they said to me, "Come along, come with us. We want you to come with us." And so they were saying, "We're following the bread into the forest." And there was a pond that they were leaving behind, and there was loads of ducks in the pond, and they said, "Oh, we don't need those ducks anymore, we're ditching them." And symbolic of basically leaving everything behind, because actually they want to move into, you know, then you do have to, you know, on this journey, that's why it's challenging, because sometimes you do have to let people go. And, well, very often you have to let people go. So, of course, so they were saying goodbye to the other ducks in the pond and basically walking into the forest. In the forest, there was like massive party, and it was loads of twin flames at this party. There was a big fire in the middle. And I recognised the forest as well. So A big party, and then those two burnt in the flames. And the song that came on, it was Relight My Fire. Now, the words that say Relight My Fire, you probably know it, very famous song, but I'd never really focused on the lyrics before. But when I searched for it, then this is, and I love the fact this is on an orange background, which is the sacral chakra, right? Which is just, again, perfect. Because it's all about, really wanting to have this kind of also passionate energy that I feel that is around. I felt, when the guy was on the surfboard with her, I actually felt, I've been feeling really strongly in healings now, more and more, actually, my twin's energy with me doing the healings. And so I actually feel myself in the same position, so I felt like I was on a windsurf as well with my twin behind me. So that's how I can relate to how it feels to explain it to you. So anyway, just really, really lovely, because the last one was about having a big party in the woods with all twin flames celebrating and burning up in the flame of love. So Relight My Fire is the song, and then I'm going to share with you another couple of stories, because I'm sure that you will all have experienced this, and there is lots of, so you will empathize with this story. So I thought I would share a few signs and songs that have come through for me, as I've been struggling so much on this journey, and especially the month of August has been hard, as I met my twin on the Lionsgate last year. I've heard from him since February, when he last replied to me, and when I reached out again in April, I hadn't heard back from him. This made me doubt so much the past few weeks, to the point where I even doubted whether I was a twin flame, and fears of a false twin came up for me, as I had met a false twin in 2014. I did come across a letter that I wrote to the universe back in 2015, which I read again and destroyed last month, and everything I asked for, I had finally found with my twin. So that was a confirmation in itself that we were fated to be together. But still, it's hard to remain in this high vibration after time doubt creeps in due to the lack of contact with him. I made small changes back in 2014 when I had met the false twin, but nothing like the changes I've made since meeting my twin last August, as my life is now unrecognizable. I decided that even if I had doubts about us, at least I could be grateful to have him be the catalyst that brought about all of this positive change and renewed belief in myself and moulding my life into what I want it to be. I still ask for signs, as I know deep down that this isn't the end for us. I did receive some signs last week, as my mum pointed out 2 green dragonflies flying by my head and then into the trees. Then, a couple of days later, I found a white butterfly flying by me, which I hadn't seen in years. And just as I'm doing this, there are 2 white butterflies flying outside my window. Then a couple of days later, I found a white butterfly. Even with these signs showing up, I started doubting again, as I had a nightmare that my twin didn't want to talk to me and blocked me from contacting him. This made me even more annoyed, and I even contemplated giving up. But then, as I was on my way back home, I heard a musician in London, Paddington Station, which usually doesn't happen when I'm there, and she sang the song, Promise Me You'll Wait For Me. Now, we've had that song before. That song's come through in healings. This brought tears to my eyes, and I knew this was a message for me. Today, I came across 2 more songs, and for the first time listened to the words to One More Try by George Michael, and Now That I Found You by Michael Bolton. I know these are messages from my twin. Your videos today have also inspired me back onto the path to love. I don't want to settle. I haven't so far, so why give up now? Which is why that is so lovely, because that is the big sign of a true twin flame, is that it shakes up your life completely and makes you into be the truest person of you, right? So it makes you change everything. And so that's how you can really know whether it is a true twin, because regardless of whether they've, they're hurting you because they're not responding to you and stuff, but actually it makes you into more of who you're meant to be, right? So finally, just a really lovely one. This is about a Crystal Grid member who just joined the Crystal Grid. She says, I've experienced a miracle of the Divine Crystal Grid with my twin, and I have to share it with you. My twin and I live in different states and have only seen each other once for 45 minutes in the past 24 years, and that was 8 months ago. Over the weekend, I visited his city, although he was out of town. I left a piece of rose quartz hidden under a stone in a park with a note about how I meditate with rose quartz and surround his heart with my eternal love. I wrote that I hope he will carry the piece with him and that he holds all of the pieces of my heart. And she sent him a message to say where it was. He then went and found the stone and her note. On the same day that he went to find the note and found the stone, she said that she just got home and she picked up her mail. And what was waiting for her was her piece of rose quartz from the Crystal Grid that I'd sent to her. And she said it was roughly the same size and same shape as the one I gave him. And to me, it meant that it was from him. And the clock just turned to 11:11 just as I said that. A gift for me the same day he received mine for him. It will forever be precious to me. Thank you for being an angel on earth for us and sending you so much love. Well, how gorgeous is that? So basically she left a crystal in a park with a note and left him a message to go and pick it up. He picked it up on the same day she received the same look and feel of crystal that she received from the Crystal Grid. So again, and what I love about this is 24 years, which is 6, which is the love path. So again, just a beautiful, beautiful message. So this is again a reminder of what we are all doing on this journey, is remembering that we are all standing up in the name of love, and amazing miracles are happening for all twin flames all over the world. And so you just need to keep feeling that love vibration and keep living in it and trusting that your miracle is on its way. All right, I hope that helps. And if you want to come to me for healing or to join the Crystal Grid or to have a reading, please do. All of my details are in the link. And keep standing up in the name of love. All right, take care. Bye.